Hi, today I'm here to give you a vaccine. Not a physical vaccine, but a mental vaccine. So all these days I've been telling you about how to put better arguments, how to present yourself better. And if you've not seen the previous episodes, you can look it up on YouTube or on Instagram where some of the earlier episodes are put. But today I'm going to give you a vaccine to save yourself from good argumentators. In this time of election, I think it's very important to save yourself from false information. Salespeople, marketeers, and politicians constantly try to new tricks to get us to buy the things we don't need, to spend the money we don't have, or to be fearful of things that don't exist, or even to hate perfectly nice people. To stop these manipulations, you need to learn two of their most powerful tricks. One is facade words and the other is fallacies. Expressions which typically indicate facade words. Something's going on. You hear people talk about war when they don't really mean war. Like war against the middle class, war against a certain class of people, war against a certain situation. And the third, the classic one, they. They are ruining our country. They are doing X, Y, Z. All these are called facade words. They look real, but behind them, there is nothing. It's like a cinema set, just the front door and nothing behind it. Now, the most powerful vaccine or expression which absolutely blasts out facade words is, what do you mean by? What do you mean by is an expression which cancels out most facade words. When someone says something's going on, ask them, what do you mean by something? And what do you mean by going on? Is the something increasing? What problems is it causing? And anytime somebody talks about they, ask, who do you mean by they? A metaphor is a kind of trope, T-R-O-P-E. And one of the slimest kinds of tropes are called synecdoche or synecdoche. A synecdoche takes part of the group and pretends that it's the whole group. Apart from tropes, pronouns are also tricky. Pronouns like it, they, them. And you know what? Each pronoun has a home base, and the home base is called an antecedent. When someone uses a pronoun, search for the antecedent. Our brain makes connections between things. We see a few colors and think it's a flag. We hear a few notes of a song and we can sing the whole song. This actually makes us really brilliant and different from animals. But it can also help us or lead us to jump to the wrong conclusions. And this conclusion jumping can be used by the wrong people. They use our leaping to manipulate us. Always remember to ask for definitions, details, or sources. Other fallacies include hasty generalizations and coincidences. The fallacy even has a fancy name, post hoc fallacy. And this is from the Latin, post hoc ergo propter, which means after this and because of this. Then you also have the fallacy of ignorance, and then the fallacy of antecedent, which means that what has never happened will never happen again. So these are some of the fallacies and the facade words which you need to watch out for in this era of elections and even generally in life. And whenever you talk to, especially people who are trying to convince you about something, and they could be salespeople, marketeers, politicians, general people, anybody trying to convince you. And now you have the vaccine to save yourself.